Hi there, good afternoon, good morning rather, and welcome to Chartbusters. This is a show where we highlight all the buzzing stocks of the day, get you expert advice on how to capitalize and trade on these stocks. All that packed in the next half an hour. I'm Mangla Malu. With me is Nigel D'Souza. Nigel doesn't look like a good Friday. In fact, down about 130 points on the Nifty. The Sensex losing almost 400 points. So no respite whatsoever. Nearly 3 stocks in the red for 1 in the green. And what is actually happening is that as we're going lower for our markets, the WIX, which is rising, is giving a lot of bears the ammunition to go ahead and write those calls. 10,400 call is seeing a fair amount of writing. Just the first 90 minutes of trade, and there we have 12 lakh shares, which has added open interest for what, a premium erosion of 56 rupees. So bears on top.
That's right, Mangla. You know, that appears to be the name of the game today. And importantly, if we're looking at it, intraday we did pull back from the lows, but that pullback as well got sold into. So we went to around 10,350 odd, and then the Nifty came in for some more selling pressure. But let's get straight to the top stories then.
Absolutely. So the top stories that we're tracking this Friday morning: weak global cues drag the Lal Street in early trade. The Sensex and the Nifty trade with a 1% cut apiece. Reliance and IT heavyweights drag. The NBFCs continue to sell off. Oil marketing companies buck the trend, however, as Brent eases below $80 per barrel.
And Reliance is the key drag on the Nifty today. It's down over 5% after reporting mixed numbers. Refining business is weak as gross refining margins come in at a 9-quarter low. The petchem business delivers a steady performance while the retail business continues a strong momentum. Reliance Jio subscriber addition was strong, but the ARPUs declined by 2%.
The IT stocks, they take it on the chin on the news that Trump administration is planning to revise the definition of employment and specialty occupations under the US H-1B visas by January. Mid-cap companies like Mindtree, Emphasis also react to their second quarter earnings. Further weakness on the back of some strength in the rupee.
And ACC is down nearly around 7% today, even as volumes in the second quarter surprised positively, but the realizations disappoint. Yes Bank too continues to fall after the Reserve Bank reaffirms that Rana Kapoor will not get an extension as the head of Yes Bank.
Havells 8% off lows despite weak margins as strong revenue growth boosts confidence. Jefferies, they've upgraded the stock to a buy from an earlier hold. Management commentary is positive. They expect cable margins to bounce back. All right, so with the Nifty down almost 1%, similar cuts for all the other indices. The Nifty mid-cap index down about 2%. What should one be doing at this point? We're virtually at the low point of the day. Reliance, the key drag on that index. Mid-cap index taking it on the chin because of mid-cap IT stocks, and Indiabulls Housing Finance down 13% as we speak. So Ashwini Gujral, we welcome him. Ashwini, 400 points from the recent top that we saw. However, what would you suggest? Is there more to go on the downside?
See, the issue here is that, there's a lot of unknown, which means, if big NBFCs, almost Nifty stocks, they start to fall 10, 12, 15% almost every other day, then, there is something that is happening that we don't know. And this sort of uncertainty only leads to selling. So my sense is that, this sort of contagion type of situation where, one, housing company after the other, things start to worsen. Housing finance is totally collapsing every day. Now, something has to be going on. And that leads to great difficulty in trading because we believe in the markets that everything is known information. And it's clear it's not known. Because otherwise, crude coming off and, macros improving, rupee improving should not lead to this sort of an environment. So, the sense you get after the first hour is that something else is going on, and this uncertainty will only lead the market lower. You will have another day of big collapse because, first hour, several stocks are down 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 16%. So, you have to take the short side trade, and whatever was going up is getting sold hard. So, IT, banks, both getting sold, that just means that there is something that we don't know, and hardly 150 points now left for the lows. So my sense is that the way this is shaping up, those levels will get taken out. Having said that, it looks very clear the way things are collapsing. Indiabulls Housing is a sell with a stop of 674, target of 650. DHFL is a sell with a stop of 221, target of 207. And Yes Bank is a sell with a stop of 220, target of 206.
Ashwini, you have a view on Dish TV. Dish TV, a lot of the brokerages were worried that will receive the short end of the stick with the whole consolidation in the MSO space after Reliance's announcements. And that stock is now down 6%, taking it quite brutally on the chin, now sub 50 rupees. More downside there?
I think, Dish is probably last of the market's concerns. But I guess, these are companies where their business is almost getting over. I don't think you should be taking at least a positive view on the stock. My sense is it will get to 38.40 fairly soon.
All right. Thanks a lot for that, Ashwini. We will keep coming back to you all through the course of this day. Take a short break, come back. We talk about NMDC. That is the stock on our radar. We'll get chatting with Mr. TRK Rao on the other side. Keep it with Chartbusters.